You remember in grade school when your second grade teacher said, "What do you want to be when you grow up one day?" And I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a teacher, whatever, right? I never said, I want to design dual battery kits, right? Hey guys, I'm Shane Smith, the owner of Genesis Offroad. This is our first video in a series of videos that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I want to be able to connect with you guys here on the YouTube channel and talk to you guys more face to face and answer some questions and talk about some things that we've got going on over here, talk about some of our products, answer your questions and get your feedback. I really want this to be kind of a two-way conversation as much as possible. And the reason we're doing this type of a video is because I really enjoy talking to our customers when we go out to the trade shows and the events all across the country. But over the past few years, we just have not been able to get out to as many events as I really would like to. And there's a bunch of reasons for that, right? COVID canceled a bunch of shows there for a couple of years. But really, the thing that kind of keeps us away from the shows right now today is just because we still have a couple of kids that are in school and they are so busy with all their school activities and everything like that. That's really important to me to be able to be there for my kids and go to their band activities and school functions and all that kind of stuff. And it always interferes with, whatever the next show is going to be. But, we only got a couple more years with the kids in school doing their activities and that kind of thing. So once they get done and move off to college, my wife, Amy, and I, we want to get out to more events and because I like talking to our customers. I like hearing your stories. I like hearing about your vehicles. I like hearing your feedback about our products, what you like and what you don't like, what works and what doesn't work. I like to hear that because it helps me make better products for you guys, right? So I love hearing those stories. I like hearing about what you guys want and what you need and what you wish you could have and what problems you've had with other products. And, I like to hear all those issues because it gives me ideas on new products. So with this video series, we're going to be doing a number of things. I'm going to be answering your questions. I want to hear from you guys. The best way to get your question answered here on our videos is number one, just send us a message through the Contact Us page right on our website on genesisoffroad.com. You can click on Contact Us and send us a message that way. You can email us directly at info@genesisoffroad.com. You can leave a comment on this video or any of our other videos on our YouTube channel, and we'll read some of those comments and those questions and give you guys some answers. Or if you see a question out there on the forums, send me a link. Email me a link to a forum question where somebody is saying something kind of crazy or not quite right, and you want us to debunk that and provide some clarification on some topics. That's how you can get your questions answered here on this video series, okay? And, those questions, we get a lot of those questions from our customers every day. So we're gonna be, using the questions that normally come in through our normal course of business. But I also wanna open this up and encourage you guys to have that two-way dialogue with us. And I hope that this becomes a way that we can get in front of you guys and have a conversation with you guys since we're not able to go out to all the trade shows across the country like we want to. Now, here in a couple of years, we'll be traveling some more and we'll get back out there. But for this first video in this series, what I want to do for you guys is I want to talk about the future of Genesis Offroad and why it matters to you. Why should you care about what we're doing over here? I started Genesis Offroad in 2012, and I was building custom vehicles. I was building custom Jeeps and trucks, full builds, and a lot of custom fabrication. And in those early days, we were very blessed to be able to have some really cool customers that let us build some really cool vehicles for them, and it was a lot of fun. One of those vehicles was a search and rescue Jeep that we got to build for a gentleman in Florida who volunteered his time as a first responder. Whenever there was a disaster, down in Florida, they have hurricanes and floods and that sort of thing. He built his own vehicles with his own personal money to go out and do search and rescue operations, which was super cool. So back then at that time frame, Jeep had just updated the Jeep JK with the new interior and the new 3.6 liter Pentastar engine. And he wanted to try out that new 3.6 liter. So we ordered him a brand new Jeep back then, brought it into the shop. We were doing some customizing on it. He ended up with a lot of electrical accessories on that vehicle. We put 3 winches on it. We put, I think, 28 switches inside that Jeep to control all of his electronics. It was pretty over the top. So we knew that that vehicle needed a dual battery system. So we were researching every single component that went onto this vehicle. We researched every single option for every single part category, looking for the best of the best products to put onto that Jeep. And by the way, you can see the full walk around on that one. We got a full walk around vehicle from, gosh, what was that? That was over 10 years ago now. You can go watch the full walk around video on that search and rescue Jeep. But we knew we needed a dual battery system on that vehicle, and I did a lot of research, and we ended up buying the best dual battery kit on the market at the time. And that company has been out of business for a long time now. But we used that dual battery kit. We tried to customize it to fit his needs and do all the support all the electronics and all the switches and everything that we're putting on there. And we modified it and we changed it and we kind of hacked it up and cut it and tried to make it work. And we ended up just taking it out and throwing it in the garbage can and building a custom dual battery system just for that vehicle. Now that one was kind of the granddaddy of dual battery systems. It was pretty over the top. It was pretty complicated, but during that process of building that search and rescue vehicle, I kind of saw, man, this is really hard. I really saw that there was a hole in the market for a really nice, high quality dual battery kit. Like we said, we bought the nicest one on the market at the time, but it just really wasn't getting the job done for us. So throughout the course of that project, I spent a lot of time researching dual battery systems because back then it was pretty difficult. There was a few companies that would sell you a basic battery tray that you could put 2 batteries into, but then you had to go out and research and find your own type of battery isolator. You had to read the wiring diagram and buy all the wire and the lugs and the heat shrink and the tools and the wire cutters for the heavy gauge cable and figure out how to wire all that stuff up. And I was like, this is really hard. So I said, I think I can put together a nice, complete, integrated package with everything built into it. So you don't have to do all this wiring and read all these wiring schematics and figure out how to hook all this stuff up. So it was really hard. So that's what we did. We put together a kit. We wired it all up. We took it down to Jeep Beach in Daytona, Florida in 2013. And back then we just had a basic little table and our first prototype of our dual battery kit. It kind of looked like a bomb. And people would come by and look at this thing and like, what the heck is this? And we would kind of explain what it was, to explain the dual battery concept. And the dual batteries back then, that wasn't a new thing, right? People have been putting 2 batteries in vehicles for decades, right? So the concept of putting 2 batteries in a Jeep was nothing new. We were the first company to do a fully integrated, pre-wired dual battery system that just drops right in place and the wires line right up with the battery post, and you didn't have to do any wiring at all. So I feel like over the course of the years since 2012, we've come a long way in educating the industry. Now, dual battery kits are really more of a household term. It's more of a mainstream concept. People know that they need dual batteries to run their accessories so they don't drain their cranking battery down, right? And I feel like we've had a lot to do with that in educating the industry, but I do think there's still a lot of room for educating the industry as a whole. There's still a lot of misconceptions. There's still a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding. But one thing I want to do with this video series is address some of the misunderstandings, the misconceptions, the false information that's out there on the internet, and just really take the time to explain in more detail, not just from a technical standpoint, but from a practical standpoint of how does this thing make your life better, all right? So that's one thing. We're going to be answering some questions about our products, about the products, about the industry as a whole, and addressing a lot of that misconception and hoping to educate you guys and let you guys get a deeper understanding of what we do and how our products can help you guys out. But that's not the only thing we're going to do. You remember in grade school when your second grade teacher said, what do you want to be when you grow up one day? And I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a teacher, whatever, right? I never said, I want to design dual battery kits, right? So that was never my life goal to just design dual battery kits. So I never intended for Genesis Offroad to just be a one product company. That's not what we're here to do. Okay. What I want to do is I want to come up with products that help you enjoy your vehicle and go out and spend time with your family and friends. I want you to be able to go out and use your vehicle and use the products that you buy for your vehicle to enjoy your life, enjoy your vehicle, enjoy your time with your friends and family. That's what I want to do. So just like we did with the dual battery kits, when we saw a gap in that marketplace there where I said, I feel like I can come up with a better solution for this problem, that's what we're going to be doing going forward. We spent a lot of time and effort into perfecting our dual battery kits and making it reliable. And I always said I want to design products that will outlast your vehicle, right? I tell people all the time, I want you to use your vehicle for so long that it rusts and falls apart, and my products are still working around your rusty, dilapidated vehicle. All right. I want to make products that last, they're quality, you can depend on. And that's what we're going to do going forward. We're going to be getting into some other product categories. We're going to be expanding on kind of the core of what we do. We're going to be getting into some other applications within the electrical accessory space. But we're also going to be looking for opportunities where there's a gap in the marketplace, like I said earlier, where maybe there's a solution out there that is kind of getting the job done, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. We want to be the quality leader, not the quantity leader. I'm not looking to sell 10 million widgets. I want to sell the best widget, right? So we're going to be looking for product categories where we can come in with a better solution, a higher quality solution, fits your needs better than anybody else out there. So we're going to be getting into some other product categories. You're going to be seeing some announcements about some new products soon. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline that's going to be coming very soon. But I also want to hear from you guys. What type of products do you need for your vehicle? I want you to talk to me in the comments or send me an email. I want to know from you, what type of products do you need for your vehicle where you're just not happy with the solutions that are on the market today? What are the problems that you're seeing? What are the gaps in the market? I want to hear that back from you guys to give us some ideas of where we can come in with a better solution to help you go out and travel and enjoy your time with your vehicle. That's what we're going to be doing for the future of Genesis Offroad. So like I said, this is going to be our main communication channel with you guys. This is how I want to talk to you guys. So leave me a comment down below. The best way to see our new videos and stay up with what we're doing is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. So if you like off-roading, if you like overlanding, if you like the off-road industry as a whole, please stick with us. We got a lot more content coming for you soon.